Marines prepped, weapons checked, power armor hummed. Sergeant Major Johnson, grizzled and scarred, addressed his troops. "This is it, Marines. We trained for this. Remember your training, remember your brothers, remember why we fight?" The LZ shimmered, a heat haze in the desert. Alien structures dotted the horizon, obsidian spires against the crimson sky. Intel was thin, the enemy unknown, their weapons unknown, their tactics terrifyingly unknown. Johnson, a rock in the swirling storm of uncertainty, grinned. A predator's grin. "We wrote the book on war. They're about to learn a harsh lesson." His voice was steel, tempered by fire. "Move out!" The Marines moved with the precision of a well-oiled machine. Years of training, honed to a razor's edge, they were ready. They were the tip of the spear. They were Earth's last line of defense. The silence of the alien world was shattered. Plasma fire, green and deadly, erupted from the obsidian towers. Marines screamed, cut down in an instant. The enemy had the high ground, the element of surprise. Giant insectoid creatures swarmed from underground tunnels. Chitinous armor gleamed, mandibles snapped, dripping venom. Their numbers seemed endless, a tidal wave of claws and teeth. Johnson roared, rallying his troops. Firepower, target the towers. Missiles screamed, explosions rocked the alien structures. But the enemy kept coming, relentless, driven by some unknown alien hunger. Fear threatened to take hold. This was no ordinary enemy. This was a force of nature, alien and terrifying, but Marines were not wired to break. They were forged in fire, and their fire was about to be tested. Casualties mounted. The aliens were strong, their carapace resistant to conventional weaponry. But Johnson saw a weakness. They were slow, their movements predictable. Their tactics, though initially overwhelming, lacked flexibility. Small squads, flanking maneuvers, hit them hard and fast. Johnson barked orders, adapting on the fly. Marines, small and mobile, became phantoms on the battlefield, exploiting gaps in the enemy ranks. Heavy weapons teams, repositioned under Johnson's command, targeted the tunnels, collapsing them, stemming the tide. Each Marine became a scalpel, precise, deadly, exploiting the enemy's rigidity. The tide began to turn. The Marines, outmatched but not outmaneuvered, were proving that adaptability was the ultimate weapon. Their courage, their training, their unwavering belief in each other was turning the tide. The alien ranks thinned. Their initial ferocity waned, replaced by confusion, then fear. They had never encountered an enemy like this, an enemy who could adapt, who could improvise, who could overcome. With a final, desperate roar, the remaining creatures retreated, scrambling back into their tunnels. The Marines, exhausted but triumphant, watched them go. The battlefield was littered with the bodies of friend and foe. Johnson stood amidst the wreckage, his face a mask of grim satisfaction. "We won this round," he rasped, his voice hoarse but firm, "but the fight is far from over." He looked at his Marines, their faces etched with the horrors they had witnessed, and a flicker of pride touched his eyes. "You did good, Marines. You did good." The victory was hard won, paid for in blood and sacrifice, but it was a victory nonetheless. Humanity had faced the unknown and emerged victorious, a testament to their courage, their ingenuity, and their indomitable spirit.